waiting on time before we get started.
No, I didn't see any on the way, sadly. I wish.
Just a couple things before we get started. This win snaps a 15-game road losing streak, 12 in Big 12 play. It's the first win over a top 5 team on the road since Baylor in 2017. Sorry, Coach.
Oh, wow. Really?
And the largest margin of victory over a top 5 team on the road. So we'll have Coach start with an opening statement, and then we'll go to questions.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for the opportunity that I have to live life with these young men and be the head coach at Kansas State. And it's just such a blessing. God's given us this platform, to honor him. And if you only honor him when you win, it's really not honor. And I think all season long we've gone through some rough things, but our guys have honored God with their actions and their work, and our staff has done the same thing. And so this win at Iowa State is, obviously it's huge. They're a great team. I think they're one of the teams that can win a national championship with the pieces they have and when they're fully healthy. And so to win on the road, and it was a challenge. Like, we haven't won a road game in a while, and it was I took it personally as a coach, and I was thankful I had a team that took it personally also and gave us this opportunity today.
Who wants to start? Go ahead, Coles.
You need a mic, Ellis.
Coleman, it seemed like you enjoyed playing in this atmosphere. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, honestly, I love road games. It took me a minute to get used to playing at Baram. I wish we had some different rims there, but I like playing at home, but I really truly love playing on the road. For games like this, moments like this, to see 14,000 people show up, and probably 100 people are cheering for us, and the other 14,000 are cheering for the other team, and to go in and beat somebody at their place, it's a really exciting feeling. So, yeah, I love road games. So.
What do you think it says about this team that after they start to get off the
I feel like, it shows how resilient we are and how capable we are. Not many people may believe in us, but, we show up every day at practice and, we believe, and we brought that fight, here today.
Coleman, obviously, with your time at Illinois, you played this team before. I know some changing pieces when you were with Illinois and Boston during the March Madness tournament. Was your approach any different with this team coming into it now you're with Kansas State?
Yeah, it was a little bit different. I'm not going to go fully into detail, but, I know what they like to do with baseline rotations. I know what they like to do in post-ups. I can talk about last year. Last year, we tried to attack baseline, invite that double team, and spray to that opposite wing for the one more to the corner. So this is a little bit different than what we did. And, we had Marcus Domas last year who played out of what we call booty ball and backing the guy down. So, we wanted to invite double teams, but, we stuck to our game plan that we had, and, it suited us pretty well, and we got the win. So, yeah.
Brendan Hossie need that late steal late to kind of stop the run, any free throws, get a can you say about his performance today?
No, B's a hooper, you know, and he's a competitor. And it was a great play to steal because Doug slipped, and they got to see, and they had an advantage basketball, and you know we call it live, and and B sprinted back into play, and I think Cole might have been back too, but like sprinted back and play and got the steal, and it stopped the run, it quieted the crowd some, and so yeah, that was huge.
I know you like this for your guys, but you kind of walked in a bit of a villain today. Did it make the win even more gratifying at all?
No, I mean, I don't expect people on the road to like us. I have the utmost respect for the Iowa State fans. You know, I've said all along that they're so knowledgeable as fans. They don't wait for the team to do something good to cheer. They'll sense when their team needs them, and they'll start cheering, and you can hear it. And when they started doing that, I was like, golly, you know. But so yeah, I have utmost respect. I have utmost respect for TJ and what he does, and just winning a road game, right? Like that was huge for us. We wanted to win a road game, wanted to show that you know we can win away from home, and because we got that kind of character guys and that kind of toughness, and so. This is one game. I told y'all, like when we lose, it's one game. We move on to the next. This is one win. We're gonna move on to the next because it's the Big 12. And as soon as you think you can relax, you end up on a losing streak.
You had to burn that timeout early. How pleased were you with your team's response to regroup after that?
It was great. You know, I was pleased with several responses that we had when they went on. I think it was a 13-0 run, and the crowd was as loud as I've ever heard it, and you know, it was great. So I was very proud of the guys there. But like when I was at Baylor, since Tom brought this up, 2 years in a row we won games here where Coach called his last time out with more than 8 minutes to go in the game, and the team was able to handle it. So, you know, sometimes what we say in the huddle is overrated. It's what those guys do on the floor.
Was Coleman maybe an extra coach in the scouting report today? The Illinois game last year?
No, not really. He was a coach in what we were doing. Like, he executed what we wanted to do. And that's the great thing about these guys. They've come from other great programs with other great coaches. And it's taken us a while to get to where we felt like we could be at. But they've bought in, and they're playing K-State basketball and how they can be successful here with us together.
Jerome, what did you guys do defensively to make life difficult on Gilbert and Jones?
Man, I think sometimes dudes just miss shots, you know, and those guys are great players. Jones is having a player of the year type year as a player, and, you know, Gilbert, man, he's so tough, and so sometimes dudes just miss shots. It's not necessarily what the other team does.
Offensively, Coach, you guys seem to get into the paint a lot. You got a lot of open looks around the rim. What do you think allowed the ball to move so effectively today?
They were moving, body movement, ball movement. You know, they, you know, for the most part, it's the guys. It's about players making plays, and that's what happened today. Players went out there and made plays.
Doug, how did you handle early foul trouble today and still play 33 minutes of today?
Me personally, I was frustrated, you know, because I definitely want to be out there in moments like that. But, you know, my guys, you know, they picked me up. You know, we didn't lose the lead, or, you know, we didn't trail too far behind. And, you know, they gave me a good starting point to go back in the second half from. And in the locker room, they would just preach the next play like, you're fine. Don't get no more. And I just went out there and played smart basketball.
Jerome, when Doug isn't in the game, what do you stress to the other guards when they have to pick up their balls?
No, I think we have multiple guys who can dribble the ball, right? And so, you know, you got CJ, Max can do it, Coleman, like multiple times. You know, we just give him the ball and let him bring it up the court because his ability to handle the ball at his size and his vision and knowing what we want to do. So it's just next man up. That's what it is. Doug was a great teammate on the bench, and that's what I was most proud of.
Coleman, does a win like this kind of validate, you think, the improvement you guys have made recently?
I mean, honestly, I feel like we've been fully capable of winning games all year. I think it's just the flip side of it being a win, you know. Like, I feel like some games the validation has came in a half, and we just haven't been able to put it together for full 40 minutes. Like, I think we've proven the last 3 games we can do it for 40 minutes. That's more of the validation, but really there's been so many, like all these games that we played, I'd say really all of them besides the Houston game where honestly, I feel like we should have won. It's just little moments that we had that we've grown from now, and you know, that's kind of where the full 40 minutes of validation has come. I fully believed in this team, and you know, some people doubt us, and now we're starting to win. So I guess I don't know if it's validation, but you know what I'm saying. It's just like now we're winning. So yeah.
Jerome, obviously it's generally a team that takes good care of the ball. When you were preparing for them, what did you see that you felt like you guys could exploit to generate those 18 turnovers? It seemed like when the ball went into the post, you guys formed it, but I was just curious what you were trying to do overall.
Yeah, just ask me that question at the end of the season, and I'll tell you.
No cap.
Anything else for these guys? Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot. God bless. Go Cats.